bum 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 bum. What's up, everybody? Good morning. How you doing? Yeehaw to you and yours. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're here for the first time. Welcome back if you've been here for before. For four? Welcome back if you've been here for four, everybody. Husky Star, I see you. Lake Limbo, hello. Phantom, hi, hi, hi. Keaton over on the YouTube. JC Vibes, what a legend. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Smash that like button if there is a like button present for you. We're on YouTube, Twitch, and the Tick of the Talk. On TikTok, you not only can hit like once, you hit it the entire time. You never stop hitting like. Let's get our first game underway already. We got a lot to talk about today, too. We've got a new season starting in, like, what, a day and a half or something like that? We've got a balance patch coming tomorrow night, I think is right. And what else do we got? We got the new membership, which, I gotta tell you, that new membership, hold on. That new membership, you guys, if they updated the energy pulse system, that would be a sick membership. But they didn't. But they didn't. So, here we are. Here we are. Hope everyone's doing well. I haven't seen many leaks for the coming season. I've seen a decent amount of them. Am I going to play? Yeah, sure. I'll start with Ceruledge. I haven't played Ceruledge in a minute. I'll start with the Ceruledge game. Oh, we got Grand Warning Center. I'll take it if he'll let me have it. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. 25% less gems sucks. It fully sucks. I agree. Thank God Spragels is back. I was so tired of being Spragless. Yeah, you were Spragless, but now you have Spragels. And unfortunately, neither are good. Neither are great. I need to be able to use my Hollowware tickets. I have too many. Totally. You don't mind the sub update, but we need more energy rewards. Yeah. Totally. Look, at this point, the membership is kind of killer for new players. And I mean, if you just want gems at a discount, it's kind of killer for new players because there's a ton of emblem pulls, right? If you're new to the game, like getting 11 essentially every day, you get 11 free energy pulls. That's actually pretty sick. There just isn't enough. Like for a player like me, I don't need 11 free energy pulls. Do you know what the sword bug already? Yeah, I was watching. I was actually watching his stream before I started, it was a weird, like, little, like, triple wide guard action. Saw your Concord video. Very interesting video. Yeah, it's a shame games can't suck, but the game looked terrible. Trying to be the guardian of the galaxy. Yeah, it looked bad. It's weird to me that games just can't suck anymore. You know, every game has to be every game is like it's a culture war piece. You know. Like, Wukong wasn't woke at all. Look how everyone's playing it. Like, yeah, okay. And it's like, Concord, woke as hell. Look how everyone hates it. Okay, fine. But at the same time, like Last of Us 2, woke as hell. Everyone played it. So I don't really care as much about the culture war parts of the game. The truth is, Concord clearly was a bad game. It's just bad. It was going into a crowded market and was bad. I don't know what you do with that, except obviously cancel the whole game immediately. Did my membership go through? Oh, I think I missed it. Shrugs. Thank you very much, buddy. I see it right there. Appreciate you. Sorry I missed that. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, my friend. It is September over on Twitch. I know at some point I think we're going to do a little bit of a subathon. Have some fun with that. Is T-Tar good for solo queue? Yeah, T-Tar is good. Oh, we're going to do a tier list live today, too. Because I wanted some of your input. It's going to be a nerf buff tier list or a burf tier list. And there are a few like pieces that I think would be interesting to get chat feedback on because there's something fun I want to do at the end. What are you doing? Don't do that. Get out of here. Get out of here. What's he doing? Having to fight with my ally over jungle. It's not going to be good. Not up to a good start. Yeah, enemy teams, good comp. Ours has some bright lights. Is that an Umbreon? Okay. Nope. Ours is awful. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna start this one. This will be the first one. People be like, I thought Cerulege was OP. It's like, not every time. Not every time. What do we want to do? Let's do a Bitter Blade game. Let's play the Bitter Blade. You guys just hanging out back here at base, huh? Let's see. Grand Ninja's gonna get that real quick. We see Fable's pretty low down here. We got big. Okay. We get two. Worth it. Worth it. Did everyone else buy the... Oh, dang, I'm missing it. Oh, the Bad Player Starter Kit? Yeah. The orders are going crazy. You wouldn't believe the response. People can't wait to be bad. Some people say they're thanks pinging already. Just getting excited for it. Can you do the tier list early? I'll probably do it pretty soon. Okay. Got it. I gotta get away from this Clefable. No! Oh, I missed. It's a good break. Okay, I'll run bottom. I'm running bottom, everybody. Hello, sorry, bud. Didn't see you needed that to get 7. My mistake. Okay. Sure. Not bad. Can confirm the Bad Player Starter Kit's amazing investment for all newcomers, veterans coming to Unite. 5 stars will purchase again from your alt. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Get it for your alt, and you know what? You could get it for a friend. You know, if you have a friend who's starting to get good at the game, like, get them the Bad Player Starter Kit. You coming? Come on. You first. Let's go. Hey, Mia. Happy to have you here. Who's the best evolution? Probably Umbreon. They're all really good, though. Sure. Okay. Hi. Bonk. Bonk. Thank you for the super chat, Shrugs. Appreciate you, buddy. Why are all Gengars terrible? Speedsters are hard. People aren't very good with them. You know? I think a lot of players are bad with speedsters. Not an easy role. Not the easiest role. What do you see? We have one bot. They could be crashing bottom right now. Okay. He's leaving. Let him go. Look. Oh, I only got one. It's the wrong one, too. I only got one. I actually like this play. We know where they all are. I think that's a pretty reasonable play. A lot of people would be like, Espeon, but you know what? They weren't there. We knew that. So, I don't mind it. What else are they going to do? Right? Right? Zeraora is the easiest speedster. Zeraora? No. Easiest speedster is... maybe it's Zera. I don't know. They're all kind of tough. There aren't many I'd recommend to a player who isn't pretty well versed in the game already. It's the worst role for inexperienced players to play. But that's true of every game. That's not a Unite thing. Any game that has assassins, that's true. You know? No assassin is like an easy win. They are if you're good with them. But if you're bad with them, like, yeah, assassins are really hard. Let's go. Cool. Okay. Thank you. He actually brought that to me. Unite for Unite. I'm down for only 20. I actually like this Decidueye Unite. It's rare that Decidueye uses a good Unite. I think it's a pretty good place to use it. Gyarados going down's not fun. We probably just back up here. Yeah, Gren's just getting eaten. Ah, they're all getting eaten. Now it got a lot worse. Fight was okay. Now it went really bad. Okay. Char chasing. Ugh. No! There's 4 of them here. Yeah, get him, Greninja. Is anybody gonna show? This has to be on, man. I don't know, dude. We kind of need you at some point, brother. Go center. Go center. Look at the objective. Go, go. You gotta stop them. You have to hit them a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. Fun start. Fun start. No. Can't stop him. Oop. Play rough's gonna get me. 55 seconds left. There's not really much we can do here. Maybe if Char, like, stays long enough to go down here. We'll see. $35 seconds. I don't think there's anything we can do. I've got to Unite, but it's just not going to do enough. There's 2 down. Yeah, and Tree's still scoring. Greninja scores 50. Can't get the KO, though. GG's. GG's. We had a hard one. I was fighting for it, right? I was fighting for. We almost got him. Can I do the tier list now? Maybe in a minute here. Maybe in a minute. Oh, love to have it. Love to hear it, Kevin. Have it. Love to have it, Kevin. Unfortunately, Espeon, like, they're kind of doing nothing all game, you know? And there were a couple moments where it was like, oh, okay, yeah. It's not surprising. There were a couple moments where it was like, yeah, that could work. That could work. You're like giving them the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, maybe, but no. I'll show you the new. This is what the new membership is, by the way. The new membership, it's like energy exchanges, and the way it looks is this. So you got your free one every day here, right? And if you have the membership, you now have 5 exchanges for free, which is interesting. Like, if they updated fashion items and boost emblems, this is actually a great deal. It's just, I have 3,393 energy reward pulls because I have nothing to get. For a new player, great. But why are you targeting, why would you be targeting, and you could also get like EOS coins from this side of it, right? But why would you be targeting only new players with a reoccurring membership? That would give you tickets, right? And then if you go over to boost emblems, you get whatever you get there. Like, this is great for a new member, for new players. It's honestly a really, really good. But why would you target a membership towards new players? Unless that's what the whole idea behind their membership. I don't know. But it makes no sense to me. If they drop new emblems and new items, it's actually pretty good. It's actually, like, honestly, 10 free pulls a day is kind of great. If there was something to get. Like, I don't know what you're... Like, I'm panning for gold out here, but there's just nothing around. Maybe do one more Cerulege. I never get to play this Pokemon, so... Might be fun to do a couple quick Cerulege games to start the stream. For everyone who's wondering, I was just cheesing around with some emblems. This is 5 Navy, 5 blue, or 4 blue, 4 white, 4 brown. It's our in the Navy build. Just kind of a fun one that we use for charging up that Unite move. We could use more free-to-play Hollowware. Yeah, we definitely could. Yeah, Harbinger, it's still, like, literally value for gem-wise, it's still good. It just doesn't, I don't know. I can't understand their reasoning sometimes. Who knows? Who knows? Just hit Master for the first time last night. Thanks for the helpful videos. Love to hear it, Nick. Congratulations, dude. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. I think I missed something. Did I miss a... Oh, McLovin. Thank you so much for the 3 months, you legend. Appreciate you, pal. Thanks for being part of what I do here. Do I have my sound? Do I have my sound somewhere?
That's a stack.
Welcome to the stack. Welcome back to the stack, I should say. Thank you. Thank you very much. Will there be a way to get old Hollowware of the month? Yeah. Yeah, eventually. For sure. We can use better metal drops. I have something like half a dozen in bronze. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Watch out. Ooh, watch out, buddy. Watch out, pal. You hit Masters without my help. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's always good to hear. Always good to hear. Hey, thanks for being here regardless, brother. Sorry if I'm flooding. Don't know if you read it. It's okay. I'll pull the socks up. What is a good win rate for a solo-only player? I think, for me, like, having anyone on my team... Now, one thing to clarify is, like, you have to play a decent amount of games. Because you're going to get bot games a lot. And if you, like, don't play for 2 weeks and come back, they're going to give you bot games. So, if you play consistently and you're over 50% with your role, that's fine. That's totally fine. It really is. And especially if you're, like, playing supports or something, like, yeah. If you're... sub 50%, it means there's something you're doing that is just not connecting to your team. Like, period. Your team does... Essentially, sub 50% means your team does better when you are not there. That's not an ideal situation, right? So, that's something to think about. Sub 50% means it would be better for your team to not have you on it. Over 50%, it's better if you're there. Now, if you're doing really well... You can start, you know, playing and being, like, high, you know, into the mid 50s, into the high 50s. You'd probably see that mostly on carries. You don't see too many like players who play only support getting past like the mid 50s. Really, it's kind of hard, just because you can't influence the game as much. But a good rule of thumb is if you're over 50%, you're at least providing more value to your team than if you weren't on it. You're better than a random. You're better than a coin flip, right? Yes, you're right. I am there. He knew I was there, but he was like, "What am I gonna do? I guess I'll shoot him with my little gun, my little pew pew." But it just wasn't enough. I don't want to score 30. But I'll score 30 after you guys score. Ah! I should have just scored 30. What's the difference now? Now I just don't get the XP. Nope, nobody's here. Can't give this to the enemies. This is mine now. I'm gonna run bottom really quick. Our Greninja's kind of lost, unfortunately. I kind of want to stay top to help him, just because I think he's like kind of scared up there, or something's going on. Is he hitting it? What was he doing? Oh, he's going back to base. Never mind. Ah! I want to get their jungler, but at the same time, like, I think we have a bot now. Okay. Yeah, I think he might be a bot or something. Okay. Okay. Hello, Jake and chat. Hope everyone's day is going well. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here. My day's going pretty good so far. Some Unite into a tier list altogether. Should be fun. Oh, who do we got? Meowski Ruda. No. I was gonna say I'm following the icicle spears. Like, where's he going? We got there. Gren's bottom. Got my Unite back. Do you think they push bottom? Nope. Looks like they're pushing top. Run, Greninja, run! Okay. Oh, hi. See you later. We both really missed each other there. Shoot, shoot. All right. All right. Good talk. Do I have this soon? These are Dragapult's buffs I'm watching, right? On my screen. I have this soon, right? I need my Unite. These are not Dragapult's buffs. I am... Okay. I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm at 68. I'm not getting the Unite here. Good job, buddy. Okay. Was this a draft game? No. Right? No. Our first one was, actually. We got Ceruledge on a draft game first. Char got a Unite. Hi. 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 Get me out of here. Get me out of here. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Okay. He's good with a red buff. I still don't think I've got United a minute, right? Now with Cerulege, I think I've got to hold it. I think I have like a minute 15 maybe. I'll just be like without it at Ray. Where'd he go? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, buddy. We scared him a little bit. We should be top, though. Hit it. Hit it. It's our win condition. Get in there. Where'd he go? How expert were the jukes? How'd he get out of here? I'm impressed. Honestly, I'm impressed. Like, which bush did he go to? That was pretty good. I think he must have... Does he have eject button? Yeah, he must have, like, done that and then ejected. That's pretty good. I'll give it to you, pal. Oh. Huh. Hi, you weren't my target. I didn't know you were there. Whoops. Sorry, Meow. Oh, they're hitting. Meow's at nothing. Okay, Greninja is resetting. Don't hit that. Don't hit that. We're winning by a lot. Just let me come back. Oh, we got the real one. Real recognize real. Hit the enemies. Okay. Dragonful gets it. Greninja scores top. He's 60. I'm not going to be able to stop Blastoise, but I can probably stop Polt if I can find him. He's right here. There he is. Okay. Oh, Meow with 50. Oh, it's the game. Polt could walk center right now. Char could too. GG's. Char goes down. And Meow's got more points too. Almost had it. I went down too early in the fight. I got too greedy for the KO. Oh well. Four, three, two, one. GG's. GG's. That's a fat timer right now. I know, my timer was too big. I shouldn't have went in for the KO, but I thought my team would go in. They didn't. It's on me, though. If we're going to lose the game, it's going to be because I go down. If we're going to win the game, it's because I don't. Yeah, we went 14-4. Unfortunate. Our Greninja AFK, I'm guessing? I have to assume? Was it a bot? Yeah. Yeah, that's bound to happen. You like bot it out halfway through the game. Do you sell via subs or super chats the chance of playing a match with you? Not normally, no. I might do something for September with it, you know? What am I drinking? Coffee and water. Just coffee and water. Something I need to work on. I'm pretty sure we lose my games because I got greedy during the Ray fight. Well, just the truth is, like, I'm the best player in that match on my team, you know? It doesn't seem like it was that close. Like, it seemed like our Crustle had some good moments, or Clefable had some good moments. But I'm the best player in that match. And if I go down, we've just taken away our absolute best chance of winning. So, me getting greedy for the KOs right there, like, if I hit, I probably get the KOs. But if I don't, I probably end up putting the team in a bad position, you know? So, it is what it is. I think I'll do something. I might do, like, for a streamathon, I might do something with playing with me for subs. I've got an emblem vid on my channel, if you're wondering how emblems work. How am I today, man? Doing well, dude. Doing well. A lot of AFKs. We're near the end of the season, so I think people are like trying to hop on, hopefully getting to a certain like master rank thing, you know. But you get like the beginning and end of seasons are pretty wild. It's pretty messy. What am we starting with? I kind of want to play something I don't have a badge on. This guy wants Char. You want to switch with me? I'll switch with you. You want to switch? I'll switch. Do you want to switch? You can switch. That guy wanted it. I didn't even want it. I kind of wanted to give it to him. I just didn't have a good way to communicate that. You know? Thank you. Some days I start watching your guide videos and my gameplay's gotten a lot better. Hey, I love it. Thank you. Please, Venusaur? Maybe. Is it true that you playing... That's you playing the trumpet on the selection screen? Where? Where's the trumpet? And yes. Where? What trumpet? What trumpet? Two attackers. Okay. We could use a defender and a supporter. Two attackers back to back. The trumpet and French horn. What am I not hearing? Hold on. Are you guys hearing a trumpet and a French horn? What am I not getting? I meant for the other game. Guys, what are we talking about? What does everyone mean? What do you mean? What does it all mean, dude? Trumpet. How would you feel if Wolf Glick came back to Unite? I'd probably feel indifferent. I mean, I like Wolf. I was talking to him a bit at Worlds. He's a very nice guy. You know, seems very smart. I guess it'd be cool if he was talking about Unite more, right? Maybe people would be like excited about Unite because of that, but no. No, it's okay. He can play. He can play if he wants to. He can not play if he wants to. Flamethrower? Probably just because of Umbreon. And like Alolan Ninetales is going to be something I need to kite around, right? Jake, our sweet king of princes, please tell the Lords of Timmy to buff my sweet squirrel. Well, we're going to do a tier list for nerfs and buffs today. Maybe we can get it in under the wire. Do you play VGC? I mean, I play them, but I don't play competitively. So I'll play the games, but just not with a mind on, you know, becoming like a champion or something like that. I just like the games. Dang it. I thought I could back. I couldn't. It's that Electro Web. He should still be able to out-secure them. You didn't get it. Ah, Absol. Nothing I can do here. And Mean Look. And Mean Look. Yeah, I knew it was going to be Mean Look. Whenever there's an Umbreon on your team, they'll never Mean Look your opponents. When they're on the enemy team, you're getting Mean Looked all game. You need to get some XP. Okay. Retreat. Agreed. Agreed. We're throwing so far. Playing Char in lane, which I kind of hate. Absol's walking. Dang, we get them both too, if my team actually shows. But it looks like they're scoring bottom, so we'll get something. Tier list after the match, maybe. You gotta stop spamming though. Honestly, just because you're spamming, it makes me not want to do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nice double KO, buddy. Got 2. Ah. Timed my flamethrower wrong. Almost had the whole thing. I just screwed it up. I'm 6. Ugh. Absol. Back up, buddy. I know. He's got 9. Yeah, I was about to say he's going to unite. Oh, our Delphox is popping off. Good job, buddy. Flare Blitz, saving my life. Gonna be good against Absol, for sure. Gives us the ability to actually, like, kind of go toe-to-toe with some of his nonsense, right? I need a Unite move. Badly. Badly. Which Pokemon do you think needs a buff the most? Like, certain builds, I think, need buffs pretty bad. I think, like, Leech Life Buzz needs a buff pretty bad. Yeah. I needed to get my 9, dude. I'm sorry. You weren't there. I've taken a little bit of jungle to get 9. I'll make it up to you. Okay. The goal's at 2. Thank you. Gone. So yeah, I told you I'd make it up to you. We broke their goal. Huge. Huge. Hey, Koo, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Oh, we're dead. I couldn't even get my Flare Blitz off. Just immediate massive crit and I'm gone. I'm very much gone. I had my Unite like almost charged too. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Playing a little lane Char right now. Off to a slow start, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. If they push, we fight. Now walking towards their main. We don't have good timing on getting it back before Ray, though. We got 3 top. Just put a couple points in real quick. Okay. Okay. Absol and Leafeon need a buff? Absol doesn't need a buff. Absol's good. I don't think people are that good with Absol, but Absol's good. Ooh, we got a thanks ping. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to hear more from you. Who's up here? Mime. Coming. Sure. Hop up into the air. Ooh, Umbreon United 230? Let's go. I hope Slowbro just goes down right now. That's great. The Unite move ready to go. Yeah, just walk. Honestly, think he should just let himself get KO'd pretty fast there. Yeah. I know it was at 82, so we're like right there. We got Mime. Greninja's down. We should... Yeah, Slowbro's taking the lead, I agree. I gotta try to peel this Absol off of Delphox. That's the plan. Yep, we're waiting. We're waiting. Absol's got to be running around somewhere. There's... Okay, A9's here. Oh, nice. Got to Unite. Sweet. Unite move for nothing there. Absol's hitting. There he is. Okay, he gets 1. Why surrender vote? We're winning. Just because you got KO'd, dude, you're fine. You're fine. Absol's walking. Okay, 4 down. Let's go score. You guys. Hi. Yum, yum, yum. Poor Delphox. No, I'm gonna surrender. Are you, buddy? Are you, pal? Are you, pal? Are you, buddy? That's one of the things I don't understand about some of the play or some of the stuff you get. Like, we had a rough start that game. Like, we made a few mistakes. We got caught a couple times. But you're fine. You know? You're totally fine. Just play the game. You'll be okay. You know? It's all right. Set to private. What are the odds? Okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. If I actually sold the bad player starter kit, I'd be a millionaire. I know. But the problem is, how do you get people to buy? How do you get people to buy? That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, hidden. What are the odds? What are the odds? That was weird. I didn't expect that. I know. I'm a villain now. I'm a villain. Tier list in one? Tier list in a match. We'll do tier list in a vid. Tier list in a match. I don't know why I said vid there. Can I play Ho-Oh? I can give it a shot. I can give it a shot. Delphox showing the player starter pack. The thing is, they didn't even play bad. But they're spending their time, like, crying. Stop crying, dude. It's okay. Like, the match isn't over. You're a fire spin Delphox. It's going to be hard for you not to get caught at Ray. Your team is healthy, moving around the battlefield. Breathe. Woosa. You'll get there. I know you'll get there. You have a fan base in India? I do. It's true. I love it. Happy to have you here. When did the EX marks leaves? Might be this patch. Why so many tier lists? On Mondays we do tier lists. What do you think is better for Umbreon? Mean look or foul play? Foul play is probably better, but there are times when mean look is the play. You know, I think in general, mean look is kind of, it's just like a low skill build, and you're leaving it up to your allies to support you. Foul play, you can kind of make plays happen better. How do you get the World's jersey? It's in this menu right here. It's in the WCS event pass. Oh, that's how you get it. Is it October 3rd yet? Not yet. Close. September 3rd. I'll wake you up when September ends. Someone wants me to be Ho-Oh. I don't get a chance to play it too often. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. How do you feel about Mimikyu? Mimikyu's awesome. You main Ceruledge? No. I just have it selected. Felt that was the best slow bro I ever played with you. GG's. Oh yeah, GG's, buddy. You were great. Sorry I screwed up our start of the game there. I threw too hard. Oh, they took it. Now we don't get it. Well, now we get Ceruledge and Char not banned. Instead, we have Dragapult and Umbreon. Are we switching? I'll give you Char. Just switch with me. Because you're not going to get it. You going to switch with me? I don't want to play Ceruledge again. I really don't want to play against it. Alright. I don't really have a choice, I feel like. Because I know what's going to happen. And my team won't switch. My team won't switch. But yeah, we'll do our tier list next. We'll all get together. Do one big fun tier list together. Yeah, Charizard's Unite move used to be bad. Now, what is it? Naligman? But now it's great. Yeah, he got Char. I don't know how you get Char. He got it. Ugh. Always something that stops the dashing when you're playing something that wants to dash, you know? You just place Greedent higher on tier lists? It's a really hard one to place. What do you do with it? Here's the reason I place it low on tier lists. Because its role is really chaotic and hard to... Like, it's hard to lock down what exactly you want out of your team's Greedent. And when you pick a Greedent on your team, like, if you look at our team right now, and you think, who can be replaced with Greedent, right? First off, we have no defender already. So if you put Greedent in there, your team's like, oh, we have a defender. But you don't. You don't have a defender. It's it's this special different thing that you kind of have to play around. I love it in the game, but I also think it's positioned poorly for a lot of the matches. I think your team's just like not in a good spot with it. The Charizard could be Fire Punch. It wouldn't even be too bad. It's the problem is Clefable though. You know? Do you think they should change the way skill-based matchmaking works? Yes. Here's the thing. I think the matchmaking issue in this game, I think if they got rid of, literally if they sliced off the bottom rung of players, which there might be more than we'd like to admit, but if you sliced off everything that's like kind of trolling, full-on trolling, and then like just had matchmaking the way it was right now, where they're obviously focusing on queue times and stuff, I think it would be fine. Not great, but I think it would be... You'd alleviate 80% of your problems. That's what I think. You're not going to fix everything with that, but I think you'd fix most of your problems. Don't forget there are lots of kids that play this. That's totally fine. They just shouldn't be playing the ranked mode if they don't know what they're doing. And also there are lots of kids that play that are not... What are you doing? Why would you do that? What are you doing? Brother, what are you doing? Oh no. I'm on my way, buddy, but they just took my thing. What the hell? Where's he going now? I literally was just talking about this. I was just talking about this. This is what, like, how does it happen? These are the words I'm saying right now. I was literally just saying if they got rid of these players, the game would be like, I literally was saying as this match was happening, I was like, if we just didn't have players who were trolling, blah, blah, blah. This was just happening. Pikachu's playing like a bot, but worse. Oh, way worse. A bot wouldn't have been griefing our own center. They're going to do a lot of dumb stuff, but they're not going to fully grief me like that. Put me behind at B's and in center. Okay, he's backing up. We don't have a good fight here, but I don't have much else I can do. They broke top. Okay. Nice break. Nice break. Okay. Hey, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. He's running. He's got to go. I got 3. Gotta get my Unite move back. Hey, Glitch Games, thank you for being a member. Welcome. Welcome to the stack. Thanks for supporting what I do here. Appreciate it. Please don't take that. Char! I'm coming, buddy. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It was a sad unite. I thought they were walking into me and then they didn't. We're sad. Ah, Phalanx Unite, we're dead. Phalanx Unite, we're dead. Headed top? No, no. Headed top. Why? There's 3 bottom. Okay. Fair enough. Hey, Crisis Era, thank you so much for the 16 months, buddy. Hope the stream's going great. Thank you. Stream's been fun so far. We're about to do a tier list together, so that should be a good time. No way. Got it with the Mega Horn. Did Char just let himself get KO'd by that? Why? Funny enough, Hex Gengar is actually pretty good against Cerulege. It kind of like, it flows into your combo actually really well. Oh, he didn't even have Mega Horn. He got it with a boosted, huh? I'm dumb. I thought it was Mega Horn for a sec. Vinu uniting Pikachu? Okay. Don't take my blue buff. You can have my red buff, but I'd really like my blue buff. It's pretty good for me. I need my combos. I need to be able to juggle my combos. Dang it, Char. Char just rips first, asks questions later. Hi. Have to back here. Hapsel gets it. Okay. Anyone gonna go stop Crustle? No. Okay. Unite move from Venu. We got a Unite move on anybody else? Three. Who are we looking at? Who was it? Crustle and who up? I assume Crustal's running top, right? No. Okay. Okay. How many kits have I sold today? Today was a huge day for bad player starter kits. Huge! Huge day for it. Massive day. You were Eldegoss. GG's. GG's, buddy. You and I had a pretty good time. Zero KOs. What is this, man? So, Larry. I don't know what this was. 1,000 battles. Maybe they're new. 65% win rate, though. 52 when it's just ranked. I don't know. That was really weird. Also, an Absol with 0 KOs. That's pretty rough. These like buddies? Feels like they're friends. Ah! God! Oh God! Okay. All right. All right. It's everything actually makes sense in the end. Gotta love griefers on ranked. I know. It's funny. Like what I was just talking about is if you remove griefers games, like I swear 80% of your problems get better. You're trying to gift you my prime, but you don't know how. It's like just down there at the bottom of the screen. It's been a minute since I've looked at like how to do a prime sub, but if you just click like right next to gift a sub, there's like an area to like pick your sub or whatever. All right, we're gonna do a tier list all together now. All together. GG's, that was the Pikachu. Sure you were, buddy. Sure you were. Win rate is a bad metric. Is it though? Is it that bad of a metric? How is it a bad metric when you look at the win rate and you go, that makes sense? I don't know. I think it's a pretty good metric. I gotta be honest with you. When you look at a like a player and you go, oh yeah, there you go. I think it's pretty decent, actually. Let's see. Fnord Ranger. Thank you so much for the gifted, buddy. It's a tier 3 gifted, by the way. I'm gonna have some special things for my higher tier subs coming very soon. All right, we've got our tier list here. Speaking of tiers, we've got our tier list, everybody. And what I'm gonna do, let me pop this chat out so I can see you. So I can see you all. Oops. Let me pop it on out. Pop. There we go. And I got all my chats all together now. You know what? I'll do a quick ad break so one doesn't pop up mid tier list, right? But we're gonna do our nerf buff tier list. So we'll do a quick like tilt ad break for everybody. I'll be right back, and then we'll do our tier list. Okay? If you're subbed up, you see no ads. You see through the layers of light and shadow. Okay. BRB for 1 sec. And we'll be back with a tier list all together. This is a BRB screen, but I don't even use this BRB screen because I just use this. We're taking a little bit of a tilt break. Something weird happened and now we're all tilted. So we're taking a little bit of a tilt break. We shouldn't get this mad, so we're taking a break. Greninja did something, or the items were weird, or no one showed up. Hold on. I missed a couple things. RR Dino, I'm so sorry I missed your donation here. Hi, I've been playing Pokemon Unite for almost a year now. I absolutely love Draft Pick, but I'm sad my friends that are not in Masters can't experience it. How would you feel about Draft Pick being the default mode for all of Ranked? It probably makes a lot of sense. They just need better tutorials and a better draft system. Thank you for the donation. I'm so sorry I missed that, buddy. Crisis Era with the sub, Metal Junkie with the gifted, Jonesy with the sub for 22 months, and Fjord Ranger, which I did mention. Sorry about that if I missed anybody. I really do appreciate it. I'll be right back. We're taking a little bit of a tilt break. Something weird happened and now we're all tilted. So we're taking a little bit of a tilt break. We shouldn't get this mad, so we're taking a break. Greninja did something, or the items were weird, or no one showed up to Ray. And I don't want to keep listing things that make me mad. We're taking a tilt break. We're taking a break. Cause we're tilted, and that's okay. We're practicing self-care. Oh, I'm seeing in the chat I missed Darth Maury. Sorry, Darth Maury. I missed you 46 minutes ago. Sorry. I gotta do something. I gotta get louder things. Sorry. Might just get up and stretch my legs. Never punished. Oh, well, it looks like I missed another. I missed True Melchio. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Thanks for being a dad, not recommending energy drinks to young guys. You're an awesome cat. Yeah, G Fuel, sponsor of the program. Not for youngins. Honestly, if you're young, just be happy. Okay? You don't need this. I love it. But that's because if I don't have caffeine when I wake up, I instantly die. So let's get to our tier list, everyone. And for anybody I missed, I'm very sorry. I'll make sure, discount code. I actually do have one. Yeah. Exclamation. I think exclamation point G Fuel pulls it up. Right there. I think. Let me see if it pulls up. Yeah, there it is. Discount code. My promo code is just spragels. And it gives you 20% off. If you've never had it before, I would recommend, honestly, I think Shining Splash is great. I like Blue Ice. What's another one I really like? Watermelon Mint's pretty solid. I like it. I like it. Let's move the chat up right there. All right. Chat's on the screen. We're going to do our tier list all together. Watermelon Mint. It sounds, Carter, it sounds like not amazing. I thought the same thing. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. It's very refreshing. Okay, here we go. Apparently, this is brought to you by G Fuel. Snorlax block should reject projectiles. Says kidding. That would be super fun. Actually, I love that. All right. Don't spam. Don't spam. Stop Motion Mania. Don't spam. You silly goose. Hello, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. It's Monday. On Mondays, we do tier lists. And on Wednesdays, we wear pink. It's Tuesday. Sorry. Here we are with a tier list because we have a patch coming out very, very soon. So I think it's a good time to talk about what Pokemon we could see getting buffed, nerfed, and everything in between. I think we're going to see some pretty big changes. Our last patch was kind of small, getting us ready for the Greninja Battle Pass. And this next one, I think, would be a bit bigger here. There are a few things I wanted to show you on this tier list that we're going to do. So first off, we've got our tiers. Big buff. It's kind of self-explanatory. These Pokemon could probably use a big buff. Small buff. If you didn't get big buff, you're not going to get small buff. The B tier. Still got the B tier. Man. The small nerf tier, these are Pokemon that I think could use a little change. And then the delete this from the game tier, you get it. These Pokemon are crazy overpowered. A few interesting things I think are going to happen in the next patch. So, we have the possibility of EX being removed. They said it was going to be removed in September, if I remember right, and it's September. So I think it's about time for them to remove the EX classification on some of these Pokemon. What does that mean for their balance? That's a great question, right? Because I do think that a lot of them are fairly balanced with the roster. So I'm interested to see kind of what they decide to do. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they didn't do much to them, because a lot of them are pretty in line with the rest of the game. So we will see. And what we're going to do at the end of this tier list, I think, is going to be fun. A lot of Pokemon that are balanced are going to be in our B tier. These are Pokemon I don't think need a buff or a nerf, or I don't expect one, right? But at the end of our tier list, I'm getting rid of the B tier. Shocking, I know. And I'm going to decide, if you had to change every single Pokemon in the game, where would they go? Let's start off here. We got Cinderace. I think Cinderace is a reasonable one for a small buff. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, JC Vibes. This Super Chat is so you delete the B tier for this tier list and put my Squirrel in S tier. Not going to happen, but I appreciate the Super Chat nonetheless. So Cinderace is... Here's the thing. I think Cinderace, Decidueye, maybe even Greninja still. Even I do think it's doing pretty good. Duraludon, and who else am I thinking of? Dragapult. All of these Pokemon are not awful, but all of them could get a small buff. I think the buff that's really needed for our auto attackers is the auto attack version of Slick Spoon, whatever exactly that becomes, right? If we get an auto attack version of Slick Spoon, you don't really need to change any of these Pokemon too much. It just like, it will make the change what it needs to be, right? Dragapult is broken in coordinated play. Well, if that was true, you'd see it at Worlds. What's your favorite Pokemon at the moment and why? I can talk about this in a little bit. Thank you so much for the Super Chat. I'll talk about this on my tier list. My favorite Pokemon at the moment... Let me look at what's like been my most played this season. What have I enjoyed the most? I'll tell you what I've been playing a lot. Doesn't necessarily mean my favorite, because a lot of times I'm like chasing badges and stuff. Big ones this season that I've liked. I like the new Greninja changes. Umbreon's insane. Meowscarada I kind of love. Meowscarada might be it for me. Of course, Ceruledge, Char, Ho-Oh are all big ones this season. Who else do I really love right now? I think I got to give it up to something like... I think for me, it's probably Meow right now. Meow is so fun and like super slept on. All right, here we go. So I think all of these could use a buff again, but I think the big thing would be just buffing their like class altogether. Somehow buffing their class altogether, because none of them got play at Worlds. They don't see any coordinated play. So yeah, I think they could all use a buff. Riptide Rob, thank you so much. As an advocate for the B tier party, disgusting, I urge every one of you to get out there and vote, make the B tier great again. Oh boy. I said we wouldn't get political, but here we are. Where do we want to go next? Let's keep going with some of our attackers. Pika, I think, is pretty good. I don't think you need to do too much to Pika. I don't think you need to do too much to A9, but I wouldn't hate a world where they gave it a teeny tiny buff, right? I wouldn't mind that. Cram, I don't want them to change Cram, but it's a patch, right? So they might change Cram, to be fair. But I give Pikachu Volt, Tackle, Direction Choice. Honestly, that would be sick. Garchomp, I don't think they need to change Garchomp. We were on attackers, and now I accidentally picked up Garchomp. So we'll go back to attackers now that I accidentally picked up Garchomp. Venusaur, I don't think they need to change much at all. I think Venu's doing pretty good. I don't know what you really would mess with it. I mean, you could kind of mess around with Giga Drain, Petal Dance, but it's still just a really good build. It's just not competitively. You just don't see it too much. You still see Beam Venu competitively every once in a while. Let's see. Guardy. Don't mess with Guardy. Guardy's doing great. Strong. I don't know how you'd mess with it. Sylveon, interestingly enough, is getting kind of a weird, like an interesting rework, right? So I guess we could put a row below right here. This is exciting. It's the rework tier. Sylveon is getting a rework. I don't know exactly what that's going to mean for the rest of the roster, but dang, I would love it if the rest of the roster got reworks, for sure, right? There are more Pokemon I could put there, for sure. Let's see, more attackers, baby. Espeon's fine, and Delphox is a monster. If you did anything, if you slightly nerfed Delphox's Fire Spin, I don't think anybody would be mad. I don't think anybody would be mad. Kid Ink says, if Zacian gets buffed, I'm gifting 100 subs. Just do it anyway. The ADCs doesn't seem to work well in this game since we can't destroy towers. Yes, that's true. And they don't melt tanks that well. They probably need a tank melting item. That's probably what it is. Thank you so much. Let's see. Where are we at with attackers? Glaceon, I don't think they're going to touch it. They just buffed it. I don't think they're going to buff it again. And you don't want them to. Mew is fine. It's really good, but it takes like a really good player. So for me personally, I don't mind when something's really good, but it takes really good players. I don't mind that. That to me, that's pretty reasonable. You're trading. You've got to be highly skilled with something to get value out of it. I think that's cool. Let's see. Candle. Candle's good. I don't think they should mess with Candle at all. It's doing well. Inteleon, I mean, they just buffed it. We're not going to see much of a change. Inteleon's actually kind of crazy. It really is. But I don't think they're going to mess with it too much. I can't imagine after they just buff it that they do anything to it. Inteleon, I think, is a little too powerful. They could fix its bug. But what are you going to do? Attacker, Mewtwo Y could use a slight nerf, honestly. I know people are sleeping on Mewtwo Y, and I'm happy about that, but this thing is actually still crazy good. I don't think it's going to get nerfed, if I have to be honest. I don't think they're going to touch it at all, but I do think they probably could nerf Mewtwo Y. Miraidon probably needs... Miraidon's up there for one of the bigger nerfs needed in the game, probably, if it loses its EX license. It's not insane, but it is really powerful. Electrodrift's been really powerful for a long time. I'll put it in small nerf category because it's not really, like, terrorizing the meta or anything. And those are all our attackers except for whoever I missed, and I definitely will miss something because there's just so many Pokemon in this game at some point, but I think I missed something. Aren't you a little afraid that auto attacker buffs would break them? Well, I mean, you got to be careful with anything you change, right? But the balance lately in the game has actually been pretty good. We've had good balance, so I don't know. I'll let them do something. I'll let them cook a little bit and try to make them a little more relevant, but unfortunately they're just not super relevant right now. Maybe they need to be faster or something. Like maybe they just need to be harder to pin down, because the problem is all of them can get dove on super hard and they can't really do much to counter it, you know? Like they can auto, but they don't burst enough. Let's see. Let's move on to, well, we got speedsters right here. Gengar is my opinion of like rework city, and they're the mayor. So yes, you can nerf and buff this Pokemon, and you can get it to a more balanced state. I just think Gengar is kind of a mess. Like, it feels like a really old kit, and I would like them to, kind of the same way Sylveon is getting, like, some love, I would like to see, the moves could be similar, but I'd like to see some cool changes for Gengar. I think that would be the way to go, rather than nerf or buff it, because you could definitely buff it a little bit, but I don't know. The problem with its builds, one build is a full-on delete button, and the question is, does it delete or not, right? If it doesn't delete, it's underpowered. We're talking about Dream Eater, Shadow Ball. If it doesn't delete, it's underpowered and just doesn't really do enough. And if it does delete, then it's overpowered and it can run through the entire team. So it's such a razor's edge, and I just think it's not that exciting of a design. Also, I hate its mobility. So I would love to see like a really good rework for Gengar. I hope they put some love into that. Absol is doing great. I wouldn't touch it. It's good, but it requires a lot of experience. It requires people to be smart. Talon, I think Talon's the closest speedster on the list so far that could use a little baby buff. I still think they could buff Fly a little bit, but Talon, it's gotten like quality of life buffs over the course of a year, and I think it's actually doing pretty well. Kid Ink in the chat with another super chat. Thank you, buddy. Give Lapras Water Pulse a stun on each wave. You monster. That's disgusting. Don't nerf Delphox. Also, the buff won't break ADCs. Gary and Meow works better as auto attackers. Yeah. Gary's insane. That would be crazy if they buff Lapras to do that. I love Talon too. I agree with you. 06. Is it 06 Twar? I totally agree. I would love to see, or excuse me, I totally agree. I love playing Talon. It's so fun. Next speedster, Zeraora. I don't know, dude. I bet you could still change its leveling and it'd be okay. It's a weird, speedsters are all weird. They're all so weird. Because, like, you just slightly tune them one way or another and they're either garbage or they're fully broken. I don't think they're going to mess with it, honestly. Let's see. Well, Maybe they do some with Wild Charge. But then, like, what are you doing? It's such a hard one. Dodrio. I think Dodrio's doing great. They probably are going to nerf it because they continuously nerf Dodrio, but I don't even understand why at this point. Zoroark it's probably in the small nerf category as well. Like, all the speedsters could be. Zoroark is one of the most criminal ones, but the problem with Zoroark is no one's any good with it. So what are you going to do? You know, like, you see pros play it and they're absolutely insane on it, and there are like 12 of them. So they're not really going to nerf Zoroark. What's happening with my hair right now? They're not really going to nerf Zoroark just because like 12 people are actually good with this Pokemon. Let's see. Scyther's kind of the same. It's in the same boat. Like, with really good players, they're having a lot of success with it. Everyone else, they're having no success with it. It's probably closer into the realm of small buff, honestly. We'd head into a pretty strong Scyther meta, though, I would say. Leafeon, I wouldn't change. They've nerfed it a couple times. You might even want to buff. Well, it's hard. Solar Blade just feels like pretty underwhelming now, but it's either it secures the farm or it doesn't, and that like puts it in this really awkward space. I'm guessing you just leave it where it is. Or at least that's probably what I'd do. Meowscarada, I would actually buff Meowscarada. I think they over nerfed it. It's not terrible, but I don't think they should have nerfed it when they did. It's now it's in this position where, and I hate when Pokemon are like this, where it had 1/2 a second of competitive viability. We never even got to see it really get played, and then they nerfed it. Like, why? It's a small buff area for me. Are those all our speedsters? Who am I missing? I gotta be missing somebody, right? I'm probably missing somebody, but what are you gonna do? All right, moving on to, we got supporters here. Wiggly, I think, is better than people think. I don't think you need to mess with Wiggly. Actually, I would like, and truly, I do mean this as a small buff, I would like a little more on Wiggly's Unite. Not a lot, but I don't know what. Let's go over to Unite DB really quick. Wiggly's Unite. The shielding on Wiggly's Unite gives you what? Because it's not enough, I don't think. Let's say you're level 9, and you throw your shield down. What is it, like 1,000 or something? 877. Bump that up to 1,000. Just give me a little more on the Wiggly shield. That's all I'm asking. Give me a little more on the Wiggly shield, and I'm not gonna freak out. A teeny tiny buff for Wiggly. I think its Unite move could be a little better. But otherwise, I think it's actually pretty mean. Let's see. Machamp needs a buff. Machamp is just kind of meh. It's Machamp. I could definitely see a buff here. Somehow I bounce back to all-rounders because my brain doesn't even work. Mime is fine. Don't mess with it. It's good. It's even great sometimes, but it's not broken. It's like in a really, really great spot. Blissey probably needs a small nerf. I still think its Unite move is too good. That's probably all I'd change about it. Its Unite move is way too much of a get out of jail free card, but you really do. It's another one of those, like, if that Unite move doesn't save a Pokemon from getting KO'd, Blissey becomes terrible. So that's a tough one, you know. You would say big buff for the submission build? Yeah, maybe, yeah. LD could always use a small nerf. It honestly could use a buff to Leaf Tornado, just a light buff to Leaf Tornado, and everything else could use a little bit of a nerf, honestly. But I kind of like LD. I like that supports are good, you know. Like, if I had to pick, I'd nerf it. Otherwise, I'm kind of okay with it. It's really good though. Hoopa could probably use a small nerf. It could probably use a small nerf, but I'm okay with them not messing with Hoopa, you know. Clefable is fine. It's fine. It got some buffs. It's doing pretty good. I think it's fine. Hoopa's good. Yeah, Hoopa's quite good. I agree. Maybe a longer cooldown. Yeah, you could have a slightly longer cooldown, you know. Comfey, delete it from the game. It's garbage. Comfey is just horrible. So Comfey is, as we've talked about many times, Comfey is just stupid. It's just so stupid. I wish this thing was just not in the game, honestly. Like, I didn't even make this category for Comfy. I just made it for Big Nerf, but it's just the worst thing to have in the game. It's so dumb, and it's like if your team's duo is playing like Pikachu Machamp and the enemy duo is like Ceruledge Comfey, like, okay, great, this is gonna be fun. Sableye is hard. Sableye, you could get a small buff to Shadow Sneak, honestly, but Sableye is like, the problem with Sableye is it's actually good if you're good. It's just nobody's good with it. So this is like, Sableye is a lot like Zoroark, where it's like you probably should nerf Zoroark, but nobody's any good with it. And you should probably buff Sableye, but if people start getting good with Sableye, it's just such a nightmare. So yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one there. I'm fine with them not touching it, but I'm also fine with them messing with Shadow Sneak a little bit, or even Feint, just a little, you know. Let's see. Those are all our supporters, right? I might have missed somebody. Okay, let's do our defenders here. Slowbro. Slowbro's good. And you could nerf it. And I don't even but I never hate where it's at. If they just nerfed even like a half second off its Unite move, I wouldn't argue with that really. But I don't know. It's really good, but do we hate Slowbro? I don't know. I think the thing is, as an entire class, defenders are insane. So if you wanted to nerf them all a little bit, I couldn't really argue with you. But I don't know. It's like, if it's anywhere, it's small nerf. It's definitely not something you'd buff, and you wouldn't need to rework it because it does its job really well as a defender. So, Husky says nerf all damage on defenders. That's probably accurate. Yeah. It's like close to small nerf territory. I wouldn't hate it, but at the same time, I also wouldn't hate it if they didn't touch it. Crustle, don't mess with it. It's good. If you're going to do anything, maybe you can mess with Stealth Rock build a little bit, or Shell Smash a little bit, but it's good. Mamo, it's good. Just won Worlds. Blastoise is probably one of the biggest like buff candidates in the game. It's not that the buffs have to be massive, but I think nerfing Blastoise across the board a couple patches ago didn't turn out well for this Pokemon at all. It completely fell off. In competitive play, it completely fell off on ladder. I just think little buffs across the board. Like, you could buff multiple things with this, and it'd be okay. So people say, no, don't bring Blastoise back. Blastoise back. Don't bring Blastoise back. Okay. I think unfortunately, if a Pokemon's been nerfed and it's completely fallen off, they have to do something, you know? So maybe more than even big buff, it's like, this is more of like a in big need of a buff, which is probably more accurate. Let's see. Snorlax, you could probably buff. You don't need to buff it a lot. You could probably buff it a little, because people still play Flail. So if they're going to play it, you might as well make it reasonable. Greedent, I don't know what to do with Greedent. It's not bad. It's not really a defender. If you reworked it, I wouldn't even be mad. If you gave it a small buff, I wouldn't even be mad. But it's so weird. It's a hard one, too, because it's so annoying, and it's so hard to quantify how annoying it is. I don't know what to do with Greedent. It's one of the closest ones to a rework for me. But I kind of also love it. What do I do with that? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you do with this. Honestly, I'm glad the devs have to handle this and not me. I don't know what you do with it. Yeah. Yes, Robin the Hood says, Greedent and Sableye need their own tier. This is awful when played well. Like, yeah, when played well, these things are so crazy. That's the problem, you know? But you could probably give it a small buff, actually, if you were to do anything. Let's see. Tree. I mean, if I'm being honest, they probably could use a small nerf, but all the defenders could. So I'll think about where to put him. Lapras. Lapras is probably my number one. It's up there for me. Lapras is so crazy that what they did to Lapras is so weird. Like, I get it that Lapras was doing too much damage, but you didn't give Lapras anything else to do. You gave it damage and you gave it sustain. So what do you want it to do? And I think that's the problem. Like, tell me what you've made Lapras for. So if it wasn't damage, okay, you nerfed that. You also nerfed its sustain. It doesn't have good crown control. Like, what are we doing? Like, do something. Pick a lane. Pick a lane for Lapras. What's the Lapras lane? And figure something out with it. Super chat from Wooter Van Cleef. Unpopular opinion, but Umbreon needs a nerf. She is annoying. The way you just can't escape. The whole enemy team gangs up on you. We'll get to Umbreon. We definitely will. Thank you very much. And Greed and Bullet Seed from Kidding. Greed and Bullet Seed speech have a unique reaction where the bush is where it can grow berries. The devs always over nerf water Pokemon. Interesting. They have nerfed water Pokemon quite a bit, but they're a tough one. Let's see. You know, because they're based on like having tons of HP in the mainline games, and I think they try to keep that in line. They give them recovery and stuff. Goodra could use a small buff. I don't think you need to buff it a ton, but just giving it a little bit, just a little sprinkle of a buff could make that thing a lot better. Like a lot better. Am I missing a defender? Ho-Oh could use a small nerf. It's actually weird. I actually would like the Fly Flamethrower build to get maybe a teensy weensy buff, and I think you could do. Man, it's so hard. It's so hard to, like, you have to kind of nerf its Unite move. You could probably cut one revive off. The thing is, some games it does nothing, and other games it completely saves the game. If you were to not touch it at all, I wouldn't mind. I honestly wouldn't mind too much. Nerf Unite and Sky Attack. I could see that. It's a weird one. Hard to disagree with Blastoise being in more need a buff than Goodra. Yeah, I just think... I think the way Goodra's kit's designed, like, you could even put Goodra closer to rework. But I get what you're saying. Honestly, Goodra does need a buff. You know, you're not wrong. Gonna get copyright claimed. That Star Wars song was so good. All right, let's move on to our all-rounders. I think you could give a small buff to Lucario. This is crazy to say, but with how poorly Lucario did at Worlds... Oh, Umbreon. So sorry, guys. Umbreon. Umbreon is probably the defender most in need of a nerf, in my opinion. I think Umbreon's crazy. I think just about everything about Umbreon's crazy. So if you were to, like, nerf any defender, Umbreon's at the top of my list. I think it's the meanest. It's kind of everything about it's nuts. So if I had to do anything with Umbreon, like if I had to pick a single defender to nerf, it would be Umbreon. A single defender to buff, it would be Lapras. If I had to pick one, that's just my thought there. Let's see. Now we're on to our all-rounders, right? Okay, let's do it. Lucario. Lucario's fine, but Lucario actually it literally is the only Pokemon that the World Championship team lost with. Like, Luca doesn't do much in the game right now. You can do a lot with it if you're going up against kind of weaker opponents, or if the match is a little uncoordinated, you get like a strong early start. It's pretty great in lane, but in general, Lucario is just not it anymore. It could probably use some love. Ardino in the chat, Lapras is pretty met right now, but is the most fun Pokemon to play with. Its Unite move is the most fun. It's crazy fun. It's the most fun I've had in this game, either as it or riding the Unite moved Cramorant. I agree that Lapras is super fun, but it's also, I think, pretty underwhelming. Let's see. Charizard could... I don't know. They're not going to touch it, right? So what do I do? What do I do with Char? Like, they're not going to touch it. It's crazy good. It could probably use a little baby nerf, but they're not going to touch it. They just buffed it. I don't think they're going to mess with it. They probably need to nerf it, but I don't think they're really gonna. Because the hard thing is like they didn't change anything about its stats. The only thing they changed with Charizard was basically how its Unite move worked. Like, yes, Fire Punch and Flare Blitz got some buffs, but all they really did was make its Unite move not terrible. So I think that's like, I don't know. That's a really hard one. It's a huge change. Oh, it's massive. But what I'm saying is, it's not like its whole kit was bad. It's just one thing about its kit was crazy bad. And thank you for the super chat, Winter. I'll talk a little bit about this at the end of the tier list. Thank you very much, buddy. Talking about my experience at Worlds. I'll talk a little bit about that right at the end here. Let's see. Zarina, don't touch it. Please, God, don't buff this thing. It's great. It's just it requires a lot of skill. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Dragonite is a weird one. I could see a world where they nerf Dragonite, honestly. Dragonite's a weird one. Buff Triple Axle, don't touch Serena, please, God. Please, I'm begging you. Sword could use a small buff. In fact, Sword could use a huge buff to Iron Head. Iron Head's a mess. It doesn't work right. It doesn't work for this game. Like 80 things hit multiple times. It's like does not work right. If it buffed 2 instances of damage, that could be something. But Hyper Beam build needs a buff. That's crazy. No, it doesn't. I don't know what Pokemon. If we're talking about Dragonite, no way. Dragonite's really good. Iron Head, honestly, yes. Maybe it is rework. Maybe they just need to completely rework Iron Head. Maybe that's more fair because it's like just a mess. It doesn't work right at all. It's not set up correctly for this game, at least in its current state. Azumarill, I like Azumarill. If you did anything, you can give it a small buff to its end game, but I think it's actually pretty good. I'd kind of like to see it shine more end game though, so I wouldn't mind a small like scaling buff. Like it's about the same throughout most of the game, but then at like level 9 or 10 it has increased stats rather than like kind of similar to what they did with Gren almost. Like if you cut down its Unite a little bit and then up its attack stats and stuff late game, I think that would be pretty decent, honestly. Buzzwole, in my opinion, is in need of a big time buff. It needs a buff. I think you can maybe keep superpower where it's at and do some things with the rest of its kit, and Leech Life definitely needs some love. It's just a mess. So when a Pokemon goes from the top of the heap to the bottom, that means like the balance wasn't right. It should go from the top of the heap to sort of middle of the pack, you know? And I think that's kind of what we need to do here. Let's see. Don't touch Blaziken. Oh boy. T-Tar, I don't think they should mess with T-Tar. They buffed it. It was a little too much. They nerfed it. It's maybe a little light, but I think that's fair. Scissor is a hard one. You could give a small buff. I'm just going to set it right here next to Scyther for fun. You could give it a small buff. You could give both of them a small buff. But I don't hate it where it's at, honestly. Like, they did an okay buff a little while back. I don't hate it, but I think you give it a small buff. The bears are all interesting. I don't know what you do with the bears. I think if you leave Urshifu where it's at right now, this might be the most balance we'll ever get Urshifu, honestly. You know? I think they're great, but I also think they have not found the balancing act with Water Bear at all. It's either it's too good or it's not good enough, and right now it's just a bit too good, and I think that's about like as close as we're gonna get with these Pokemon. Like I think that's as close as we're gonna get, honestly. Let's see. Zacian needs a nerf. Zacian doesn't get played much, but Zacian, like all the EX Pokemon could probably use nerfs. They're all really good. They just don't get a lot of play, especially because they're like cringe. That's part of it, is they're super cringe. And I think we've been conditioned to like not think of them in the roster. I think all of them could use a slight toning down before the EX thing is removed. Will it happen? I kind of doubt it, honestly. Mewtwo X is the same thing. You could nerf this thing a little bit. You could. It doesn't need a lot, but you could nerf it a little bit. Blaziken is crazy overpowered. Blaziken's crazy overpowered. It's probably the best Pokemon in the game. It's honestly, it's too good. It's like one of the things you probably need to nerf the most. It's a tough one too. I like high skilled Pokemon doing well. It's just a little too good. Like, yeah, Overheat's a little too powerful. If you want to like just tone it a little bit, I think that'd be fair. Yeah, shouldn't automatically secure everything. It's just crazy good. It does everything really well, and that's a bit of a problem. Mimikyu could use a small nerf and a small buff. So you go either way with this. Buff Trick Room, nerf other parts of its kit, right? This one is kind of like you could do both with it here. I think Trick Room is just bad. It's just been bad for too long. Maybe a rework on Trick Room, honestly, would be like fun. Thanks for becoming a member, Windsor. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I think you could, if anything, I'll put it in rework tier because you could fully rework Trick Room, and that would be interesting. Rework everything, people are saying. Maybe. Kid Inc. saying, I disagree with the super chat. Zacian is like Zoroark, takes skills, don't nerf Zacian. I agree with you that it's actually not a super low skill Pokemon, and I like that where it's at compared to where it was. I do think it's a little overpowered at times, but if they didn't touch it, I wouldn't freak out. Metagross, I think it's actually pretty strong, but I'm kind of happy with where it's at. I don't really think they need to do much to it. I'm happy with Metagross. Its Unite is like good at times and bad at times. So I'm totally fine with Metagross being like hanging out in the don't touch it tier. Gary needs a nerf. Well, here's the thing. So honestly, Gary goes into the rework. Gary's like a lot of things. This is like rework slash a lot of things. Gary needs probably a nerf. Yeah, Gary's low-key EX. Gary probably needs a nerf to its Dragon Breath build. Maybe Bounce. But Dragon Breath for sure. I think Dragon Breath's too good. But Aqua Tail kind of needs like a full rework. Like you need to really mess with Aqua Tail. You need to make it so you can't get canceled out of it. Make it so you can move while you're using it. Like you need to rework Aqua Tail completely. And then if you slightly mess with some of the other parts of its kit, second Aqua Tail, just like fully do something with this thing. It's a mess. Waterfall is fine, but Bounce is so good. Yeah, it's because of the Unstoppable. Why are people so bad with Aqua Tail? Well, it's a lot worse. Even if people are bad with it, and they are, it's a lot worse. You can get stunned out of it. You have to set it up. It's really telegraphed. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a mess in my opinion. So I don't mind putting that in the rework tier. Phalanx is big buff territory. Here's what I think. I think the nerfs to Phalanx were totally fair. But we didn't do anything on the other end of Phalanx to stop it from dropping all the way to the bottom of the tier list. And that's what I think is unfortunate when a Pokemon like Buzzwole, all four in the top our top slots right here, they were all nerfed, justifiably nerfed because they were kind of outperforming the roster. But they didn't do anything on the other side to sort of cushion the fall. And instead what's happened is you've taken a really cool Pokemon and you've just like thrown it away basically. So I think if you want to nerf what was going on with Phalanx and No Retreat Ironhead, cool, makes total sense. However, do some things on the other end that makes this Pokemon not terrible. So do something with Megahorn, right? Especially Megahorn beat up. Do something with its Unite move. It's been an underwhelming Unite move since release. Like, imagine, okay, you change No Retreat Ironhead, but now its Unite move is a little bit better. So you take away, like, the most overpowered part of its kit, but you're buffing something that's pretty underpowered. That's what I think they should try to do when they're finding balance for some of these Pokemon. Let's split the difference a little bit. And Ceruledge. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't know. I mean, there's not a reality where this thing shouldn't get a nerf. it should definitely get a nerf. It probably didn't need all the buffs it got. I don't want them to gut it. I don't really, even though the category is called delete it, we're just having fun. But I don't want them to gut this Pokemon, but it is overpowered. It's definitely overpowered. You could do a little bit. You could do a little snip step, just a little here or there, and I think it would be okay. All the Pokemon and delete this from the game except for Comfey, which I actually just think, honestly, if I turned on my game tomorrow and Comfey was gone, I wouldn't be mad at all. I even bought Hollowware for it. If they go like, you're not getting a refund, you're not getting a refund, it's gone. All the games you played with it, those are all now negative win rate games. Like that, I wouldn't mind. However, I would be the others. I think could all get like small buffs and changes. So there you go. That's my opinion on the meta right now. I think most things are balanced, and I actually think a lot of things in the small buff and small nerf category would be okay if we didn't get changes. If you want to take a picture of this or a snapshot in your mind, you could do that now, because what I'm going to do is eliminate the B tier. Sort of. It's still going to be there. We're still going to have the B tier. But I'm going to remove every Pokemon from our balance tier. And this is just like a fun little thought experiment. If I had to nerf or buff every Pokemon on the roster, I'm going to decide what I would do. So, take a big sip of coffee. And let's get down to business. All right. Oh, super chat before we jump into it. Lugia to Unite. Couldn't agree more. They should have done Ho-Oh and Lugia. Make his Unite move reset his team's Unite timer. Disgusting on a selected ally. Buff Sashian's Unite move to one-shot any living Pokemon. You're insane, Kid Hink. I appreciate the super chats, and you're also an absolute maniac. All right. So, if I had to move everything from the B tier, I'm either moving it to get buffed or nerfed. That's what we're going to do. For Pikachu, it would be a buff. I think it would probably be the Volt Tackle buff that was called out earlier. Who was that? Pimsky? I'm not sure who called that out earlier. But the Volt Tackle buff, I think, is very fair. Just a quality of life change for Pikachu. Oh, it was not you. It was Robin. Sorry, Robin. Pimsky. Get out of here. You're banned for a month. I think Pika, if it got a little change there, I wouldn't hate it. Cram. Buff. I would buff Cram's surf build. I don't know what I would do to it. I might just make Cram more mobile. Like, I might make Cram where it's like surf casts faster so you can just move in and out. I think that would be very fun. Yeah. Venu, I would probably buff. It would be small. I might give it just some more survivability, honestly. So, you think give Surf more range, less pull? Ooh. I know. Timmy hates my Cram takes. Yeah, they're going to hate it forever. Gardevoir, I would... Oh, this one's tough. I think Guardy's actually pretty good. I would probably buff Guardy. But what would I change? This is a close one. Because it's really good right now. Wait, you want to buff Scyther? Probably. Yeah, slight. I think you could. Let Psychic reset on wild Pokemon. Yeah, maybe some cooldown. You know what? Actually, I would love Future Sight to actually not be so horrible farming. I think I'd put it into the buff category if I had to. Espeon, I would nerf Espeon if I had to. I think it's... Oh, you know what? That's not true. I would rework it, if that counts. I would rework Future Sight. I just don't think Future Sight's very good. It's a hard one to balance, but I would rework Future Sight. Let's see. Glaceon, I would... Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd nerf it. But I'd... Oh, God. Oh, God. Ah! Don't do it, but I probably would. If I had to pick one, I probably would. I don't know. Yeah. Mew, I would nerf if I had to do anything. I don't want it to get nerfed, but if I had to, it's nerf, you know. Let's see. Candle, I would... Candle's right there with guard for me. What would I change? Maybe I'll buff Poltergeist a little bit. Make it a little more fun. Make it do something else, you know? I really like Poltergeist, but the other move, like locking out opponents' moves, is kind of broken. So I'd probably buff Poltergeist a little bit. Inteleon, I would definitely nerf If I had a choice to buff or nerf, Inteleon would absolutely get a nerf. It's kind of close for me already. You know, add extra furniture. There you go. Absol. I'd probably buff Night Slash. It'd be slight, but I'd probably buff Night Slash if I had to do anything with Absol. Teeny tiny buff there. Talon I would buff. I'd buff Fly. I'd probably just like knock off a second of its cooldown, if anything, you know. Zeraora I'd buff. I might even change its leveling again. Because it's 6-8 for moves, right? Am I crazy? Is there a 6-8 or is it 6-7? Oh, it's 6-7. No, it's 5-7 now, right? Maybe I wouldn't change it. It was 6-8. Now it's 5-7. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know what you do with this little guy. He's a weird one. Maybe I'll... I don't know, but I wouldn't nerf it. Where is this page? That's UniteDB. UniteDB.com. I'd probably buff it, honestly, if I had to do anything with it. Dodrio. I'd probably buff agility, but that's just me being selfish. I think I'd probably buff agility, but honestly, if they nerfed it, I'd get it. I hate my life. Zoroark, I would definitely nerf. Just because people are bad with it doesn't mean that it shouldn't get nerfed, because it kind of should. Leafeon, I'd nerf. Leafeon, I definitely nerf. Another one that's just like crazy good players are crazy good. Mime, I would nerf if I had to. Don't want to, but if I had to, I think Mime is like a little on the powerful side, right? LD, I'd nerf for sure. Hoopa, I'd nerf. Clefable, I might, out of all of them, I might buff Clefable. God, I'd hate that. But I might buff. You could buff Tornado. I could see that too. Yeah, I could see that too. Sableye, I'd buff. I hate saying it. Slowbro, I'd nerf. Crustle, I'd nerf. Mamo. I mean, it won Worlds. I mean, I guess it's nerf, but I hate the idea of nerfing Mamo. Tree honestly could get nerfed right now, and I wouldn't freak out. Garchomp, I'd give a small buff to the Earthquake Dig build, but Earthquake Dig's actually not doing too bad. I think the Charging Charm / Rapid Fire Scarf changes actually really helped Garchomp out. But like anything, it was better with the Dragon Claw build. Zarina, I would nerf. Not gonna lie. I'm not buffing this thing. You can't make me. There's nothing you could do. It's my tier list. Dragonite, I'd also nerf. T-Tar, I'd probably buff Ancient Power. If I had to do anything, I'd probably buff Ancient Power. You'd buff Serena? That's because you're a maniac. Some people need to be locked up. Both bears, I'd nerf. I'd nerf both bears, and I'd nerf Metagross. Okay, so there you go. If I had to, this is if I had to. Not if I want to. It's not about what I want sometimes. It's about what I have to do, okay? I have a responsibility. If I had to... Can I make this smaller so everybody can see it? Not really, huh? It's just kind of a mess the way it is. I can kind of get it. You can kind of see them all. So there you go. If I had to change every Pokemon in the game and nothing was balanced, that's what it would be. But again, as we saw earlier with my tier list, there's a lot in the game, and honestly a lot in the small buff, small nerf category that I wouldn't mind if they didn't touch. But there's a decent amount that I think they could balance in this game in some really fun ways. The tops and bottoms of my tier list are things that I'd really like to see them balanced. And everything else are like kind of like take it or leave it. We could probably get some more Pokemon in the rework tier. I think there are some really cool reworks we could see in this game. But there you go, everybody. We've got a balance patch coming. You were all here live. That is a nerf and buff tier list. If you were here live, go ahead and, leave a comment saying that you were here. I would appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you so much. I will see you all next time. Just got a Rolex ad. You're rich. We did it. All right, let's play a little Unite. Let's play a little Unite, everyone. We did it. We did a big ol' honkin' tier list. That tier list honked so hard it was like a goose out here. And I've got a question about Worlds. I'll take that here in just 1 second. Thank you so much for the super chat earlier. Just couldn't really answer it during the tier list, right? The question was from new member, by the way, Wunter Van Cleef. Thank you, buddy. How was my experience at Worlds? Dude, it was so fun. Worlds was awesome. I loved it. The only thing that was a bummer about Worlds was at every convention you get sick. It's just the way of the world. It's the way of the worlds. Every convention you get sick, and this was no exception. Like, we got sick. Everybody got sick. I didn't get COVID. A lot of people got COVID. I didn't end up getting COVID, but I did get like a very bad stomach bug, which is unfortunate. So, other than that, I mean, live Pokemon Unite is the best. I hope I get to go to LAIC and do that live, because that's going to be huge, man. I think that'll be huge. But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, everybody. If you haven't yet become a sub or a member, think about it. Think about it, people. It's time. Oh, and I didn't call out Zoinks, by the way, over on the Tick of the Talk. Hello, Zoinks. Make beat up relevant. I agree. What am I playing? I'll play Phalanx. Nobody's gonna play it. I'll play it. I'll switch with this Mimikyu. Well, Mimikyu already wants. It's already getting banned. Sorry, pal. Zoinks says Phantom Force cooldown. Which Pokemon? Zoinks, are we talking about Hoopa right now? Sorry, I didn't see that on my Tick of the Talk chat. You got 1,400 last week. Also, hi. Hello, buddy. 4 all-rounders banned. Okay. Enemy is probably picking Char, right? Char's not fun for me to see. Oh, we got Blaziken. I'll give him Blaziken. If we have Blaziken, we have no support, huh? I'll switch off. You can be all-rounder. What are we doing? Switch with Slowbro? Okay, switch with Char. I'll switch with you. There you go, buddy. I'll pick last. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Can you play Zacian? Maybe. We already have an all-rounder. But yes, I'll honor your Zacian build. Yeah. We already have an all-rounder, though. We kind of need... Well, I need to be a support here, because I'm last spot. I'm going to fill. I'll give you Zacian next game. Right? I got time for that? Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you Zacian next game. I don't know what kind of Umbreon that is, because I could play Mime, and then I could kind of go either way, right? I think that'd be fair. Final pick is Mewtwo. Why? Yeah, I like Mime here. I like Mime. Oh no! I got the wrong items. Give me an example set that's not crazy cringe. I'll take that. Give me my emblems. Give me the emblems that I would like, please. Sky Zone, right? It's white, blue. Yeah, white, blue, and a little ring. Sure. Eject, I like. Cool. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. Ba 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 ba. Let's go, everybody. We got a Mime game. We're gonna be a supportive Mime. Soham, by the way, thank you so much for your super chat, buddy. And I miss Pancakes Heaven with the membership. Spragels, can you please explain the importance and nuance of the watch out ping? I ping watch out to let everybody know that I'm here. I support you. I love you. And if you ping it back, we're going to have a great one. That's the importance of a watch out ping. Last question for me. What would you change about the game's mechanics? Well, that's a great question. Thank you so much again for the super chat. Can you please play Tree and teach a viable moveset? I'll see if I can get a Tree game in here too, Soham. Let's see. Last question is about a game mechanic change. I'd probably change how... It's something that the game has needed for a while. I would probably change some dynamic of Rayquaza, right? I don't want to change everything about it. I kind of like that there's a comeback mechanic in the game, but it is a little over, like, it is a little too intense. So I'd probably change a little bit of Rayquaza. I might make the Ray shields wear off at some point, or possibly like reduce the damage you like get from having Ray shields, because that feels like an unnecessary part of it to me. Like, you're already giving them crazy scoring, and now it's like, and also you do more damage, and also it's like, how about less? How about just a little less? Trying to bully him a little bit because Pikachu decided he didn't want to fight. I know. Okay. Oh, dang, he missed. He missed with the water gun. I would have got that. Got a thanks ping up top. Can't wait to meet those allies. Let's play a psychic game. I feel like I never get to play psychic. Let's get out of here. We did our job. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get much of that, right? Get my Pikachu 6 here. There we go. How come you stopped doing Road to Masters? I haven't stopped doing it. The one I'm doing this season is kind of EX to Masters, and I wanted to get more videos recorded of it before Worlds, and I just wasn't able to get it done in time. I'll have a new one soon. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. I could try to get a few more people to say goodbye to some EX Pokemon with me. There are a few people I had lined up. I just ran out of time with Worlds. Gotcha. Ah. Why is hitting Power Swap on allies like the hardest thing ever? It's not that hard to hit on enemies, but it's kind of hard to hit on allies. He's only 8 and like a quarter away. Or not a quarter, even like an eighth away. He still goes down. Bummer. Yeah, it would probably been better if charges backs and gets their 9 there, because now we just lose. Once again, can't hit it on an ally. Okay. 2 go down. 3 go down. Cool. You think Release Ray was Chef's Kiss? I actually think Release Ray was probably in need of a change, because I think what it did was, is it took away part of, like, look, part of Pokemon Unite's charm, for lack of a better word here, because I know some people are going to get mad at what I'm about to say. Part of Pokemon Unite's charm is that you are able to come back from a match even if things are looking pretty bleak. Not every MOBA has a comeback mechanic like that. I think they should have comeback mechanics in the game. I just think they went too overboard with it. I would still like them to have comeback mechanics, honestly. I do think that's part of what sets Unite apart as in the genre. But I think Ray could have more health. I think like people can rip Ray too fast, right? Okay. Dude, it's impossible to hit a power swap on an ally. It can't be done. It can't be done. I tried. I tried to save you, buddy. Got you, pal. I'm like trying to keep this Pikachu alive, and Pikachu's like, I'm staying. I'm like, all right. I got your back. Dude, are we vibing? Did we all just become best friends on my team? Holy, we're vibing hard. No! Dang. He got too greedy. I got your back. Holy, we're vibing so hard. People are gonna sing songs of this vibe. Were you there when they vibed so hard? Oh, nothing would kill the vibe like a Machamp Unite move to the face. It was about time, too. These vibes are intense. These vibes are seriously intense. Enemy team's getting greedy? I don't know. I felt like we were getting pretty greedy there, to be honest. That felt like our greed. It didn't feel like them. That's on us. I got your back, my sweet prince. Mewtwo's here. Cool. Yeah. If anything, Skulls is kind of... Oh, it's not that low. I'll walk Regieleki right here. You give it some healing. You give it some move speed. You give it a nice stun if anyone gets near it. I'm just taking my boy for a walk. It's a fun one. Okay. Ah, I got Pika again. There goes Char. Get out of there, you goose. You nutball. Where are you going? Oh, you're nuts. Did you take that? You maniac. Keep the pressure on. Hey, all right. I can't argue with you. You kept it on, dude. I got your back, but I feel like getting your back is going to be a dangerous one. All right, we got to run center. Mm-hmm. I'm fine. Okay, we're good. 2 down. Got him. Decidueye's doing what Decidueye does and ripping no matter what. Okay. Can't find anybody. There he is. The vibes were immaculate this game. I've heard of the Immaculate Conception, but the Immaculate Vibes? Those vibes. People will be talking about those vibes for years to come. It was a fun game. That was a fun one. The vibe levels are over 9,000! What does Power Swap do when you attach to an opponent? It actually does a lot. Oh my gosh. Were we absolutely being maniacal there? I didn't even realize. We went 9 and 16. Holy. What a maniac game. 9 and 16 on Mime? 9 on Mime? Holy. RR Dino, thank you so much for the gifteds, by the way, buddy. Huge for the vibes. You're a legend. You're a legend, my friend. Thank you so much. Does any other Pokemon have Power Swap? No. No. Oh, so Power Swap on an enemy, it lowers their move speed and their stats. I don't remember the exact numbers, because I know it's less on an enemy than it is on an ally. So, On an ally, it increases move speed by 8% and damage by 15. Oh, no, it's the same, actually. I'm wrong about that. It's the same. It's 8% and 15% the other way on an enemy. My mistake. My mistake. So it's like, it's a tether that's good for allies, bad for enemies. What was the mime build? It was just a buddy choice EXP share. That's all. That's all. Wouter Van Cleef, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. You want it to be where you have less shield but defenseless zones, so maybe nerf the duration of the shield? Possibly. I could see nerfing the duration of the shield, but if they like the way the shield is, like the enemies have to break it, which I kind of like as well, I don't think it should power you up. I don't think it should make you stronger. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. In some ways, I could imagine the shield making you like weaker would be more of a reasonable take, because it's like it feels like it's swinging too many things in one direction. I guess that's what it is. What does Power Top do if it hits a wild Pokemon? I think it's the same thing as if it hits an enemy, but maybe it doesn't even affect wild Pokemon that way. It might do nothing to wild Pokemon. It does damage, right? If it's on, it does damage and it like provides healing. But I don't know. Maybe it might not do anything to wild Pokemon. You know? We got a game. All right, I'm going to try to play the Zacian game. Thank you for the request. Thank you for the request. I appreciate you. Who do you think is the best Mew? I say Night Mew Foxy. Night Mew Foxy's up there. Yeah, it's Night Mew Foxy's crazy good. Stockings used to be pretty broken on it. They were great. Otter is a really good Mew, but I feel like he hasn't played as much of it lately. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like Otter's like a crazy good Mew. Who else is really good? There are going to be some people I'm forgetting. There are some Mews. Who was it? There are some Mews on an APAC team that's really good, and I'm blanking. Lunder's a great Mew. So it's either maybe it's APAC or maybe it's Japan. Someone has a great one that I'm forgetting their name right now. I'm not remembering it. Chazzy Boy, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. 11 months.
That's a
Thanks
stack.
for being part of the stack. Oh, and also thanks for spamming that Pichu, everybody.
That's a stack.
Appreciate the support. It's really kind of you. So thank you so much for the support and the love for everyone supporting the channel. I'm just curious, besides streaming and playing Unite, what else do you do in your life? It's private. If it's privacy, I understand, of course. The rest of my life, as soon as the stream shuts off, I spin my chair around, stare at the wall. I try to do that until I get some of my energy back, and then I turn the stream back on. But in reality, I have a daughter and a son. My son is pretty new. He's 8 months old. And that is all my time. When I'm not streaming and making content, it's fully just being a dad, really. He's a hot, fresh son. Son's so fresh, so hot, it's unbelievable. All head top with this mammo swine. That sounds fun. It's mammo time. Mammo swine time. Let's go. It's a freshly baked baby. I have kids. Yeah, I do. I have a daughter and a son. Good priorities. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. Like, my wife gets to go to a premiere tonight. That'll be fun. But I don't get to go to the premiere. So we got kids. So she gets to go see Beetlejuice. Well, a bunch of celebrity jerks. Oh, no, what happened? Middle area, Central Metagross? Oh, I thought it was Cinder. I actually kind of like that it was Cinder. Are we your kids? You're my kid, Majin. Yeah. You're my kid. That's a cool thing to do. I don't get to do that. I actually do get to do something cool this week that I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but it's actually pretty dang cool. And I'm very excited for it. So, yeah. Good things. Good things. Congrats on the secret thing. I'm pumped. I can't. You'll never know until you know. It will. I will announce it. It's very cool. Jake's son probably has a better beard than you. Ah, it's not much. It's just kind of like stubble right now. He's got chops. Nothing crazy. GG spragels. Zashin's not strong. Yeah, it's terrible. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Like, certain things on the enemy team are not going to be fun to play into. Honestly, most of the enemy team's not that fun to play into. But you'll spin around, stare at the wall till I announce it. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much, guys. When my stream's on, interact, right? Send me all your money. You become a member, become a sub. You know, send me every dollar that you physically can. You know, any money you can get your hands on. And when I'm not streaming, just basically don't live your life. And if that's like, it's so annoying because like some people would be like, oh, that's unreasonable. It's not though. It's not an unreasonable ask. It really isn't, guys. All your money is crazy. It's not crazy to think about. What? Okay, let's be honest, all right? What are you going to do with your money? Like, really, what are you going to do with it? Oh, I'm going to save it. Oh, I'm going to be able to afford a house one day. Truly, if all of us got together right now and donated every dollar we had, one person would have a really cool life. You want to take that away from me? Why? Because now you're more important than me? I don't think so, man. Honestly, I think some people in the chat are getting kind of insanely selfish right now. Now all of a sudden it's about you? When we could all together, I could have a sick house. I could have, you know. I wasn't even thinking of something cool. What would be cool? I could have a really cool guest bedroom. That's how low my expectations are. This is like millennial Gen Z expectations for what would be cool in life. We could have like a whole guest bedroom. we missed that fight. There's 4 top. What happened? 4 enemies came top. Holy. If I have Sacred Sword right before that, I think we take 2. But instead, we are where we are. I'll let Metagross deal with that. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Look, you can not do your jungle, but somebody's gonna do it. Okay. Okay. I'll leave you. I'll leave. I'll leave. Where's Metagross right now? Oh, here. Got meta at 9. Reggie's Steel is open. Might as well just take this as fast as we can, right? No way! Did you see that sliver and then I get knocked up? Unbelievable. Metagross. We didn't need both of them top, but that's what they did. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can run top. went top. Okay. I'm agreeing with Mamo here. Metagross is going top once again instead of doing his center. Oh boy. I don't know what you do about it. He doesn't really want to do center. Like, he kind of wants to do center on his own time, but these things are on timers. And you kind of got to do them. Oh my gosh! Healthy Chatter coming in with the huge bits. Guest bedroom fund. Massive, buddy. Thank you so much. They're going to eat him. I could try to get 40. Think anybody stops me? We'll find out. I hate scoring with Zacian, but open goal. 40 in my pocket. Comfy and ammo hanging out. Keep the pressure on. Dang. He stopped me from getting my move. Think he unites me here? He can't. It's only Comfey top. Knocked out of my charge there. If I don't get knocked out of my Sacred Sword charge, I think I get them both faster, but either way. Alright, we're 13. Almost 14. Ooh, Zarina. Oh my gosh, it still gets me. Bonk. Bonk. So I'm saying, people in the chat earlier talking about, oh, no, you can buff Serena. No, you can't. No, you can't. You cannot. What are they doing down there? Was that a time to unite? Maybe. Maybe. One thing is for sure, I can't do much until I get all my S energy. Luckily, I'm a high level, but just back up, guys. These fights are horrible. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. We're gonna lose 2 right before Ray. Get out of there. Stop walking in one by one. What are you doing? Oh, man. Dude. What are these people doing? Walking in like ants, one by one. Unbelievable. Thanks, brother. You have no idea what's going on. Our Metagross fully throws. And he's like, thanks! Yeah, okay. Metagross Comfey getting KO'd at the 2-minute mark for nothing. Awesome. It's gonna be good. Check it out. You can ping me all you want, dude. It's not gonna change how poorly you played this match. Look, I can do it too. Oh, I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Ah, I missed it. What did he say? Oh, I missed it. Did 81K. I missed it. See, oh, it's trainer info set to private. Aw. It's private. Shocking. Shocking. We got one more, guys. One more. Hit him with the Larry. Yeah, ranked at 49%. Sounds about right. They didn't know what they were doing. I don't mind a player who doesn't know what they're doing, really, but it's when you don't know what you're doing and you spend time criticizing your allies who actually are doing something that makes sense. What the heck, man? This guy's like farming. Yeah. What the heck? Haas, thank you so much for the 4 months, buddy. This will be our last game of the stream. I should have a longer stream tomorrow. What do I want to play? Maybe a Greninja game? Getting ready for the battle pass? You think Greninja gets another buff? Play Phalanx? I could. I wanted to play it earlier. I'll take home. Sure, I'll take Phalanx. You don't get many opportunities to play Phalanx. I'll take it. Thank you, Kid Inc. If you had released Zacian, you could easy wipe. Oh, yeah. Let's advocate for that change. Bring back agility to become immune to CC. Huge stuff. If we just don't have our teammates down, we get a huge fight there. Because the only reason Mamo and I get caught is because our whole team's down. But we have to do something. So I catch Decidueye, but I can't stop them all from uniting me, you know? It's Char Unite, Slowbro, and it's like everything in once. Nothing I can do about it. What does a Larry mean? It's that kind of player. They're bad. They blame everybody else. They've got a lot to say. But they got a lot of words to speak, but nothing to say. It's one of those. Disgusting enemy team. I didn't look. What is it? Yeah, we got a rough Venu here. They're on another planet. I can go center because I feel like Espeon probably shouldn't be going center, so I'll go center. They weren't very meta, but the play was gross. True. Yeah, you reset to Ultra at the start of a new season if you're in Masters. In Smash community, they're called Johns. Yeah, I call them Larrys here. Oh yeah, enemy team's mean. They're meaner than we are. Yeah, it's not surprising that our Venusaur is blue badge. They're on their way to gold with a Curse Bangle and a Goal Getter. I think I made a video about this today. I think I might have seen this earlier. Yeah, Jaden, yeah, you call them Johns. You pre-ordered the pack? Yeah, they did. I've got some allies who have pre-ordered the pack today. We're switching up. We're going to go top. Different clear. It's a new clear for a new age. Let's do, I guess we'll do a Mega Horn game. All right. Hit him with the horn. Get one. Two. Okay. Just get out of there. Get out of there. Just get out of there. Let's go. Is the game update tonight? No, tomorrow. Tomorrow night. No! Nobody came! I get stunned. Oh, how sad. We got so close. It was almost beautiful. New patch or not? No. New patch tomorrow night. It was almost such a beautiful play. Is it just Venu down there? What the heck? Oof. He's really low, but can't get away from the thunder. Okay. Oh no! Got pushed out. Okay, we got him. We got him. See ya. See ya. Patch could not be tomorrow, but instead when Arm Rouge gets added. No, they said there's a patch. They say it on the loading screen of the game. Oh, they actually did? Yeah. Today my mic got banned for 100 years. I don't know. I can't do anything about it. I see you saying please do something about this, but I have no control over that. Obviously. You know? Scoring top. Oh man, what is my team doing up here? They're not even fighting at the goal zone. Easy, bring back 2. Do you think they'll ever buff Hoopa's trick? I mean, they have pretty recently, so I don't think they're going to do it again very soon, but they have recently. What Pokemon do you think get nerfs? I did a whole tier list on it a little earlier in the stream, so I'll have that out soon. Once I'm done streaming, I'll edit that and have it ready for everybody. We stuck with Pokemon and improve it? Buddy, I don't have any connection with Pokemon that could help you. I don't know if you think I have a connection with them to help you and I'm just not using it. I have no one I can talk to about your microphone issue, pal. Sucks that it happened to you. I'm not happy that it happened, but I have no control or connection at all. And honestly, if I got to have one conversation with them, it would not be about weird microphone bans. That's for sure. It'd be about more cosmetics with cowboy hats. Yeah, this Unite move is so weak. Buff the membership? You got it. I would buff the membership. I control buffs and nerfs. Yes, I control balance. Guys, I control balance, but I don't control punishments for microphone stuff. What do you not get? Buff the lack of shinies? That honestly is very crazy. I don't know what they're doing. It's such a Pokemon thing to not have. It's weird. Our Venusaur may have insane items and all that, but at the same time, they are level 14 right now, so we got a shot with them. We got nothing till Ray. We could get aggressive positioning here if my team supported it. We got Tree. Ooh, Venu's uniting. Alright. Oh, Venu's diving. Okay. And that's the game. Get one. Why are they walking face first into us? I guess because they have that. Okay. Everybody's down. Four down. Okay, Gary's here with a Unite move. Dragonite's hitting. Did I get it? I got it, didn't I?
5, 4, 3, 2.
What does he got? Woo! Woo! Scary one. I don't know if Venu's break was good enough. Venu was kind of trolling, but either way, it was very fun. And we lose that? Nope, just barely win. Yeah, Venu trolled with their break top, right? But we did 112k. Fun. Fun one. Wild one. All right. Is beat up with Ironhead better? Maybe. Maybe. Huge secure. Yeah, if I don't get that, we lose. If I don't get the secure there, we definitely lose. Do you know if we're ever going to be able to buy Dark Hero Buzzwole skin again? I doubt it. I doubt it. But you'll be able to get it through a prize machine probably, but just not buy it. They might open up like during an event, like a holiday event or something. They might open up some sort of what's it called? Like they might have a shop for battle passes or something like that, but all right, everybody. Buff Gyarados is underpowered. It's terrible, isn't it? Okay. Do you think Darkrai will be free? I don't. Just because it's mythical, right? They might do an event. They've done them around Halloween, but no, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be free. I'm gonna raid somebody on Twitch. I'll have a tier list up a little later today, and I'll be back on tomorrow for a longer stream. Oh, and then we'll probably do a stream late tomorrow night, won't we? Yeah, for the patch. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. They had that Battle Pass anniversary shop before. There you go. There you go. Love you guys. Thank you very much. And let's see. Who are we raiding? Who's on? I don't see many people playing Unite that I know. This person's French. I'd like to have someone that you guys could interact with. Portuguese. Let's shmee. Who's on? All right, let's raid this feller. Say hi to Spartan Tano for me. They've raided us before. So let's raid them. Be cool, as always, to whoever we raid. Be nice. Make sure they're having a good day. Thank you all. I'll see you soon. I love you. Goodbye.